Welcome back to Brooklyn Cooking. Today we're doing jarring tomatoes 101. A lot of people have been asking for this, so we're going to take you through the process from beginning to end, from washing the tomatoes to drying them out a little bit, to cutting them, to cooking them down the first time, because you have to cook them the first time to put them through the strainer. And then once they're strained, we'll cook them a second time, get them nice and hot, and jar them. That's all there is to it. It's a fairly simple process. You're not going to kill yourself if you do it right. There's nothing really difficult about it. But we'll take it each step as we get there. So we have some tomatoes that are already cleaned and washed and cleaned. We're going to clean a little more, show you the process. Not that difficult. Rinse them off and clean them. And then we'll get going. First things first, before we cut them and cook them, we have to clean them. Just give them a quick rinse. Now you're going to see some spots that looks like it's rotten, but it's really not. It's just, you see it comes right off. It's just the tomato leaves that dried up onto the tomatoes. You'll see that a little bit. And of course you're going to get some rotten spots. You see some rotten spots. We're not going to worry about rotten spots now. When we cut them, we'll worry about the rotten spots. We finished washing and drying them off a little bit, so now it's time to cut. We're just going to cut them in basically quarters for the most part. If they're very small, like this one, you can just get away with it in half. Now, one thing I forgot to mention earlier, jarring tomatoes, one rule, they're plum tomatoes. You're not going to use beefsteak. You're not going to use early bird or whatever they call early girl. You're just going to go with straight plum tomatoes. Now you notice these are a little on the small side, which is actually good because you'll see they're very meaty. Sometimes you see those big, beautiful plum tomatoes like this, and when you cut them open, it's all hollow inside. You're going to see a couple, it's inevitable, you're going to see a couple little bad spots. Just cut it out. When in doubt, cut it out. There's a bad spot here. Just give it a little snip. Everything else is good. We don't want any rotten tomatoes. Isn't that a show? Okay, we're cutting them. You see Puppy is in here because Puppy loves tomatoes, so she's been a good girl. We'll give her one. That should go away for a bit. And we'll continue cutting. Okay. All right, we started with the big one. We added some, and then we keep adding to it. There is only one thing in this pot, tomatoes. There is no water added. There's no salt added. There's no nothing added. Just tomatoes. Tomatoes causing all this juice sauce, and this is getting nice and soft. And then, we can add some more in as we go, fill it up, make it go a little quicker. Just, you're using some high heat here. You want to get down to the bottom, especially at the beginning when it's just tomatoes and nothing. You want to, clear that bottom out so it doesn't burn up. But after that, you're pretty good. And then this one's almost ready. We'll let it go another 10 minutes. Probably been cooking about a half an hour. First boil because it's a big pot and I kept adding to it. But once you see it's pretty soft and we'll pass through the strainer, you're good to go. But we'll let it go another 10 minutes. Same thing with this. Cooking right along. This one's probably been on maybe a half an hour, a little less. This one's probably took a good hour, because it takes time for it to come to boil before they start loosening up and giving up their juice. And this one we just started. As I say, that's a big pot, and I keep adding as they go to it, which increases the cooking time. But we're just about ready to go, and then we'll start straining something. We have more cooking behind us, but we have some ready to go. I'm sure some of you are saying, what is this freaking nut? Gonna do these with a hand mill? And just want to show you, you don't need any fancy equipment to do this. If you got the passion and you don't want to go for the bucks for a big tomato machine, you just do this. It does the same thing, but you just do it by hand. And it takes a lot longer. Oh, you see we get some nice sauce down in here. I said, the hell with this. That ain't working. We got a super duper machine. First year we did this, my mother and father never really did this, but all of a sudden they decided they wanted to do it. In the first year we made 7 of these cases, and we just used that little hand turner. And of course, I was the turner. And all day, go boop, 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 boop. When we were done, I told my mother, I said, if you want to do this again, we're buying a machine. The next year we bought this machine. And as Confucius says, nothing is as expensive as something that is cheap. If you buy good, it lasts forever. This is probably 40 years old. It's like new. All right, with this machine, the sauce is going to come out into the pot, and the garbage is going to go into the plastic bowl. But you'll see as it goes. And we're going to I'm a jerk there. I couldn't find my little plunger. Sauce looks nice and thick. Okay, that's it for this pot. We really don't have to do this because we're gonna just keep going. And we filled up one pot with the sauce. It's ready for the stove now. We have to get it right, nice and hot, so we get that vacuum. So we'll bring that to a boil and then cook it for about 15-20 minutes. You know, want to reduce it a little so we get a nice thick sauce without cooking it down too much later. We're ready to jar. These are the lids. You should get new lids every year. They have the little rubber on there which creates the seal. These are the bands or whatever they're called. These can last forever. Then all they do is hold it down tight at the beginning until you get a vacuum. So we're just going to mix it around a little bit because you know the thicker stuff is at the bottom. And just pour it in. Don't want to go too high, right about there. Put this in the next one. Put on the lid. Now, very important that you center this. And keep your finger down in here so if it gets off center, it's not going to create a seal. And just tighten it up and way to go. Get it centered. Get your finger in there. And tighten. We'll do one more. You hear that pop? See, there's a little play in these right now. Once the vacuum creates, there won't be any play whatsoever. So when you, after a day or two, and if there's any play, it didn't create a vacuum. It's not going to create a vacuum. So, not that it's bad. I would get those out, put them in your refrigerator, or freeze them. Wheeze is done. 5 hours later, we could relax. We did 2 cases. We got 38 jars of tomatoes, tomato sauce. Not a bad yield, 19 jars a case. These are the ones we did today. We got an old batch from at least a couple of years ago because I didn't do them this year. And just to show what you're looking for, this is the difference. You can hear those little pops. They're not set yet. You shouldn't play around with them. I'm just showing them for. This is a few years ago. See, there's absolutely no play, and that's what you want when they cool off and the vacuum is set. If you have any play, they're going to go bad. So either put them in your refrigerator, freeze them. There's a friend of mine, Mickey, who I think she does some tomatoes, but she doesn't jar them. She fills up these quart freezer bags, and this holds the same as that. She lays them flat in the freezer. I don't have that much freezer room with all the junk I have to do that. But if you don't want to get the jars and you want to try it, you can do that. Just let them cool off before you put them in the bag. That's about it for now. I think we're gonna celebrate with a little cigar. Cut off a piece. Joey Pill, this is for you. Here we go, another year down the tubes, even though I don't do this every year. But I had to do them this year, down to about 4 jars. We also have some limoncello from my limoncello video. This deserves a celebration, finishing this up. Delicious. Anyway, I just want to say you can do this. It's not rocket science. If you don't want to get a whole case or 2 cases and start jarring them, this is tomato season. Today is August 23rd. I bought the tomatoes yesterday. A lot of times my mother would just, when the tomatoes are out, my mother would just buy a whole bunch of plum tomatoes and make a sauce right from the tomatoes, basically, from what we did today. When I bought the tomatoes yesterday, when I bought the cases, there was a bunch of Italian old ladies filling up their bags, getting 10 pounds of tomatoes, whatever they were buying. They weren't buying a case. When the tomatoes are good, that's when you have to take advantage of it. But you could do it. Try with a couple of jars. We're done for today. If you enjoy these videos, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And arrivederci from Brooklyn.